get this party started. Okay, so starting at the front of your mat with your feet in a fairly wide position. So step them just a little bit wider than you would for like your mountain pose, just so that you have that nice grounding, anchoring to the floor, and then keep your knees a little bit soft. Let your arms be a little soft and heavy. And then as you get into this nice, comfortable standing position without too much efforting going on, if you can find that, either close your eyes down or just soften your gaze or just focus on a point. So you don't have to focus too much on what you're looking at, so much as letting your focus come inward a little bit, noticing your physical body, noticing the floor beneath your feet. And then as you notice the floor beneath your feet, maybe just give your toes a little wiggle, wiggle your ankles, mush your feet around, just so you can really feel your feet connected to the floor, connected to your mat, feeling that nice kind of solidness, grounding underneath you. And then notice your knees. Notice your thighs. Maybe they're soft, but slightly active because you're standing up. And then notice your belly and your back, and then just check in for a second here. How's your back feeling this morning? And then notice your shoulders and the upper back. And if you're holding a lot of tension in your shoulders and your upper back, can you let your shoulders soften? Can you let your arms get heavy? Can you let your hands be soft? And then from here, we're just going to kind of tune into your mouth area. So first, just notice your lips if your mouth is opened or closed. And then get a sense of your teeth, your tongue, and your throat. And then just, if you can, take a swallow and just notice that action of swallowing. And then let your tongue relax in your mouth. Maybe let it fall away from the roof of your mouth. And then we're going to get a little active with our mouth. So push your tongue up to the roof of your mouth. And then relax your tongue down. And then the next time you push your tongue up to the roof of your mouth, you're going to notice away from your mouth, where can you feel an action happen as you push your tongue to the roof of your mouth? So you might notice it in your jaw, under your chin, front of your throat, maybe even into your chest. And then relax your tongue away. And then we're going to do that one more time. Push your tongue up to the roof of your mouth. Notice beyond your mouth where you feel a little sensation, and then relax. And then soften your shoulders down. Pause here for a moment. Set an intention to honor your mind and your body throughout your practice. Never doing anything in your practice that would cause your body pain, and treating yourself with love, care, and respect. And then with that intention set, bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. The hand that's on the heart is going to put just a gentle bit of pressure so that you're trapping that skin and connective tissue. And then as you inhale, gently lift your chin up to the sky. And as you exhale, tuck your chin down towards your chest. Inhale and lift your chin up. And as you lift your chin, can you also lift from the soles of your feet? Exhale, soften your chin down, and then soften the soles of your feet. Inhale, lift your chin up, lift the soles of your feet. Exhale, tuck your chin down, soften the soles of your feet. And one more just like that. Inhale to lift your chin up, lift the soles of your feet. Exhale to tuck your chin down, soften the soles of your feet. Cool, then bring your head to a neutral position, and we're going to start with some light shirt sleeve twists. So you're just going to let your arms kind of swing at your sides, and you can make light little fists or have an open palm, whatever feels like a nicer sensation. But we want to create a light little tapping. So start to tap into the hips. Take one more time on each side, or even yourself out. And then as you come back to center, let your hands come back to a nice heavy position. Inhale, lift your chin up. As you exhale, tuck your chin down, bend your knees, peel your back away from the imaginary wall, roll down towards the ground. Keep that super generous bend in the knees. The minute your fingers touch the ground, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll back up to a standing position, roll your shoulders up to your ears, around, down, and back. Inhale and lift your chin up. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your chin to your chest, peel your back away from that imaginary wall. Keep your knees super bent, touch the ground, and then pull the abdominal muscles in. Roll back up to a standing position. Roll your shoulders up to your ears, around, down, and back. One more just like that. Inhale, lift your chin up. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your chin down, peel your back away from that wall. Beautiful. Once you touch down to the ground, bend your knees, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll back up to a standing position, roll your shoulders up to your ears, around, down, and back. Right hand's going to touch against the thigh. Left hand's going to reach up alongside your ear, leaning over to the right. Take a gentle side bend and just notice the left side of your body. And then right away, lift up, left hand down, right hand reaches up, and take that side bend over the other way. Come back up nice and easy. Right hand down, left hand reaches up, lean over to the right. Come back up, left hand down, right hand reaches up, and lean over to the left. Awesome. Now we're going to take it back over to the right and stay there, staying there for 3 cycles of breath. And notice here, notice your feet connected to the floor. Notice your breath in your side of your body. And then notice your tongue in your mouth. Is it pressing against the roof of the mouth or is it relaxed? Take one more breath. And then lift up. Left hand down, right hand reaches up, lean over to the left. Staying here for 3 cycles of breath. Noticing the side of the body. Noticing your tongue in your mouth. One more breath. And then lift up both hands down at your sides, roll your shoulders down and back, and then step your feet in just a little bit closer. So feet are now about hip or shoulder distance apart. And now we're going to anchor into the feet and come into a little bit more of an active mountain pose. So push actively into your feet, lift from the thighs, but we're not locking into the knees. So we don't want to push the knees back, but lift up from the thighs and then let that lifted up sensation come up through the front of your body, up through the crown of your head, and let your shoulders soften down. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. One more just like that. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to interlace the fingers and then push the palms down. So rather than pushing the palms forward and out in the chest, push the palms down right in front of you. Shoulders ground down. Feel that nice gentle stretch in the fingers and the palms. Take one more breath. And then unlace your fingers, let your hands come back down at your sides. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge from your waist, fold down to the ground. Inhale to a half forward fold. Keep that length in your spine, bend your knees, push into your feet. Inhale, arms up. Hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Keep that length in your spine, bend your knees, push into your feet. Inhale, arms up. Hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. One more just like that. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Keep that length, bend your knees, push into your feet. Inhale, arms up. Hands to heart center, interlace your fingers, but now interlace them the weird way if you can. Push the palms down, soften your shoulders down. Pause there for a moment, take a breath. And then unlace your fingers, hands come down at your sides. Now we're going to go a little bit further, picking up our movements just a little bit. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, step both feet back to a downward facing dog. Take a pedal or two of each leg. And then when you're ready, we're going to pick up the heels, lower the knees, come into a tabletop position. Wrists in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips, move right into a cat-cow breath. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your tail. Exhale to round your back. Inhale to drop your belly. Exhale to round. One more just like that. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale to round. Awesome. And then find a neutral spine, big toes together, walk your knees in a little bit closer to each other. Pull your butt back toward your heels. Tune in for a second. Notice your knees, notice your butt, notice your back. A little bit of active in the arms and a little reach through the fingertips. Take a nice big breath in. Slow breath out. And then on your next inhale, come forward into table, curl your toes under. Keep the toes curled under, push your butt back towards your heels, a little gentle stretch to the toes and the bottoms of the feet. One more breath. And then on your next inhale, come forward, keep the toes curled under, lift up into downward facing dog. Take a pedal or two of the legs. If your feet are super close, you might choose to walk them out just a little bit wider. And then when you're ready, look forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands, come to a folded ragdoll at the top of the mat. So feet about hip or shoulder distance apart, super generous bend in the knees. Let your spine hang nice and heavy here. And then if it feels good to do so, grab your elbows, take a little gentle sway side to side. Nice. One more little sway side to side. And then as you come back to center, release your hold of your elbows, bend your knees a lot, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll up to a standing position, roll your shoulders around, down and back. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold, knees bent or straight, totally up to you. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, step both feet back to downward facing dog. Take a pedal or two of each leg. Nice. And then when you're ready, pick up your heels, lower your knees through tabletop. We're going to step the right leg forward into a low lunge position. So you're going to start by stepping the foot forward and then curl the back toes under and walk your left knee back to a depth that feels good to you. So hands are to the inside of the foot. So it might be slightly wide in your lunge. Lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together, gaze forward, take a nice big breath. Beautiful. Curl your back toes under, pick your back knee up, and then we're going to step that front foot back into a plank position. Once you found your way there, bring your knees down, rotate the eyes of your elbows, hug your elbows into your ribs, lower with control onto your belly. 3 low cobras here. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale to lower down. Inhale and lift your heart up. Exhale to lower down. One more just like that. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale to lower down. Curl your toes under, either power up to a plank or take it into a tabletop, and then find your way up to downward facing dog. Take a breath. Pick up your heels, lower your knees, come back into tabletop position. Left foot's going to step forward. So a slightly wide position, and then you're going to walk that right knee back to a depth that works good for you. Once you've got a nice lunge that feels right, heart forward, look forward, take a breath. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, curl the back toes under, pick your back knee up, stepping that front foot back to a plank position. Once you've got that plank, bring your knees down, rotate the eyes of the elbows, hug your elbows into your ribs, lower with control onto your belly. 3 low cobras here, but the last one we're going to hold. So inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale and lower down. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, lift and hold. Lift your hands away from the floor. Feel that strength in your back. Beautiful. When you're ready, release your hands down. Either power up to a plank or take it through a tabletop, and then find your way up to downward facing dog. Look forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands, come to forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, press firm into your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Grab that imaginary beach ball above your head. And then exhale, butt back, bend your knees, sink into your little chair. Inhale and rise up. Exhale, cactus your arms, open your chest, look to the sky. Inhale, reach up, grab that beach ball. Exhale, butt back, bend your knees, sink into your chair. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, cactus your arms, open your chest. One more just like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, butt back, bend your knees. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, cactus your arms, open your chest, and then we're going to swim the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers, draw the knuckles down, open through the chest and the collarbones as the arms gently pull away from the back of the body. Lift your chin up and then jut your chin forward like you're trying to make a little bulldog chin. Take one more breath. Release your chin. Float your, float your chin down, release your arms, and come back to your mountain pose. Pause just for a moment here. Notice your chin, your neck. Take a swallow. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold, knees bent or straight, totally up to you. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, step the right leg back, low lunge. Bring the knee down, toes tucked or release, totally up to you. Inhale, lift your arms up, look to the sky. See if you can dip your hips forward just a little bit. We want to find a nice fun sensation right through the front of that right hip or where your front hip pocket would be. Take a nice big breath. And then release your hands down as you pull the hips back slightly, and then take it into 1/2 splits. Pull the hips back, peel the front toes up. You don't need to straighten that leg, just find a little length through the back of the leg. And then when you're ready, rock forward, curl the back toes under, pick your back knee up. Right hand's gonna stay on the ground, left hand's gonna reach up for a little twist. Beautiful, bring that left hand down, plant your palm, step back to a plank. Right away, bring the knees down, rotate the eyes of the elbows, hug your elbows into your ribs, lower with control. Into drunken serpent, so hands are gonna come off the edges of your mat, nice tall cupcake hands or piano fingers. Inhale, lift your heart nice and high. Exhale to lower down. Right shoulder up and back. Inhale, lift the right shoulder and look over. Exhale to lower down. Beautiful, take it to the left. Inhale, lift and look over. Exhale to lower down, back to center. Inhale, lift your heart nice and high. Exhale to lower down, slide your hands and curl your toes under, either up to table or through a plank. Find your way to downward facing dog. Look forward, walk, step, or hop your feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, press firm into your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Hands to heart center. Interlace your fingers, push the palms down, glide your shoulders down, feel that little stretch in your fingers, in your palms. Take one good breath. Unlace your fingers, let your hands come down at your sides. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, left leg back, low lunge. Bring the knee down, toes tucked or release, that's up to you. Inhale, lift your arms up. And then see here, can you dip your hips forward just a little bit? Lift your gaze, take one nice big breath. Awesome, and then pull the hips back just a little bit so the hands can find the floor. 1/2 splits here. Pull the hips all the way back, peel the front toes up. Beautiful, rock yourself forward, curl the back toes under, pick your back knee up. Left hand is gonna stay on the ground, right hand's gonna reach up for a twist. Beautiful, bring that hand down to the ground, plant your palms, step back to plank. Lower your knees, rotate the eyes of the elbows, hug your elbows into your ribs, lower with control. We're gonna bend both knees and rock the heels a little side to side. One more little swish of the heels side to side, and then keep the right knee bent, let the left toes come down to the ground. Reach your right hand back. Can you catch hold of the blade edge of your foot or the top of your foot? Hug your heel in toward your butt as you rotate, heart forward, look forward, take a breath. Nice, and then let that foot go with control, take it to the other side. Bending the left knee, reach your left hand back. Can you catch the blade edge of the foot or the top of the foot? Hug your heel in toward your butt, rotate your heart forward, look forward, take a breath. Awesome. Let that foot go with control. 3 low cobras here, and then we're going to take it into a nice big back bend. Inhale, lift up just a little bit. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale to lower down, and then we're going to bend both knees. Can you reach your hands back, catching hold of the blade edge of the foot or the top of the foot or the ankle, whatever grab works good for you. And then once you've got a handhold that works, pause for a moment and notice. Let your chest be just a little bit heavy. Notice your shoulders, notice your throat. Take a swallow. And then if it feels comfortable to be here, push your feet into your hands. Hands are going to offer a little bit of resistance. So you're going to feel that heart lift, your thighs lift, knees lift. And then take 3 nice deep breaths here. Beautiful. When you're ready, relax that hold, soften, let your feet float down, hands alongside the shoulders, either power up to a plank or take it through a tabletop. Find your way up to downward facing dog. Look forward, walk, step, or hop your feet up to the top of your mat. Come to your forward fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down. Press firm into your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Hands to heart center. Press your palms together, elbows nice and wide. We're going to lift the heels up and hold a little balance here. So coming up onto the toes and the balls of the feet, firm up your belly. Draw your tailbone down slightly. Gaze forward. Press your tongue to the roof of your mouth. One more breath. Relax your tongue, relax that pressure between your palms, gently float your feet down, let your hands come down at your sides. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, interlace your fingers the weird way, press the palms down, glide the shoulders down. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Awesome. Release that, interlace the fingers back into your mountain pose. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, step both feet back to down dog. Pick up your heels, lower your knees, come into a tabletop position. We're going to slide the right leg back, toes curled under. Take a few gentle rocks forward and back. Nice. And then the next time your shoulders come in line with the wrists, you're going to lift that right leg up, reach your left hand out. So opposite hand, opposite foot for a little spinal balance. And then if it feels good, you're going to bend that right knee, reach your left hand back. Can you catch hold of that foot? Once you caught hold of the foot, can you push your foot into your hand? Open up just a little bit. Take a nice big breath. Beautiful. And then release with control, reaching back out. Float those limbs down. Take a second, readjust anything that you need to. And then left leg is going to slide back. Toes curled under, rock yourself forward and back. Beautiful. And then the next time your shoulders come in line with your wrists, lift the left leg up, reach your right hand forward. You might choose to stay here, just finding that balance and strength. But if it feels good to do so, bend that left knee, reach your right hand back, catch hold of the foot, push your foot into your hand to open up just a little bit more. Beautiful. And then release with control. Float those limbs down to the ground, big toes together, knees to the outer edges of your mat. Come to extended child's pose. Pull your butt back to your heels, make some space for yourself here, and then just let everything soften. Let your back, your shoulders, your arms soften down. Take 2 more cycles of breath. And then when you're ready, slowly, gently, mindfully lift your butt up away from your heels. We're just going to swing the legs out to one side. So whatever side you prefer, we're just going to spin those legs out so that you can sit back onto your butt. And then we're going to take the legs out into a nice wide position. So you're going to go as wide as feels comfortable to you, that you can hold and sustain with a little bit of an active position. So we want to pull the toes back so the pinky toes are reaching back, inner thighs nice and active. Once you've found that nice active position with the legs, but it feels, you should have good sensation. Inner thighs and groin should feel like they're getting a good stretch. Legs should feel like they're pretty active. Lift through your chest, find that nice, tall, lengthy spine, and then walk your hands forward one step, but keep all of that length through the front of your body. Take a nice big breath. Keep those toes actively pulling back. Exhale and walk your hands forward one more step. If you're finding you're not getting enough sensation, you might choose to step your feet just a little bit wider. But if it's all feeling good, take an inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, walk your hands forward one more step if you can find it. One more breath. And then we're going to keep that wide position with the legs, but walk yourself back up and in, keeping your hips facing forward. Rotate just your torso over your right leg. Lean over that right leg, soften your nose towards your knee, but legs are still active. So pinky toes are still actively pulling backwards. Take a nice big breath. Come up nice and slow, come back through center, keep the hips facing forward, rotate your torso to the left, soften over that left knee, but the toes are still actively pulling back. Come up with control, rotate back to center, grab the backs of the knees, bend those knees, help the legs come together. And then we're going to start to find our way down to the ground. So curl your tailbone under with control, nice and slow, slow as you can control. Roll your back down to the ground. Beautiful. And then once you found your way down, take a second, make sure your clothes are comfortable, hair's in a good position, and we're going to move right into a figure four. So right leg is going to come across the left, lift the left leg up, thread your hands through, grab the back of the thigh or the top of the shin, whatever grab works better for you. Gently draw the legs in, take a nice big breath, and then push your left hand actively into your right arms. Right arms are going to resist just a little bit. And then soften that, draw the legs in. Push your left thigh into your hands. Hands are going to resist. And then soften, draw it in. One more just like that. Push into your hands. Soften and draw it in. And then when you're ready, release. Left foot touches down, right foot steps off. And we take all that to the other side. Left leg across the right. Lift that right leg up, thread your hands through, find the handhold that works good for you. And then when you're ready, push your right thigh into your hands. Hands are going to resist. Or if you're holding the top of the knee and the shin, you're just pushing your shin into your hands. Push into the hands. Hands resist. And then soften, draw the legs in. Push your thigh into your hands. Hands resist. And then soften. And then one more just like that. Push your thigh into your hands. Hands resist. Soften, take it in as much as feels comfortable. Take a nice big breath. Beautiful. When you're ready, release, unlace your legs. We're going to pull the right knee into the chest. Left leg is going to go nice and long. Take it right into your supine twist. Take that right knee over to the left, over and across the body. Right arm opens out nice and wide. Head turns to the right if that feels good. When you're ready, pull the right knee into your chest. Bring the left knee into meet, so both knees hug into the chest. Give yourself a light little squeeze, and then hold on to that left knee. Let the right leg go nice and long. Supine twist to the other side. Left knee comes over to the right. Left arm opens wide. Head turns to the left if that feels good. Beautiful. When you're ready, pull the left knee into the chest. Right knee comes into meet. Both knees hug into the chest. And then we're going to take those knees, draw them in a gentle circle, go in one direction. Draw your knees in circles, go the other way. Awesome. And then we're going to hug them in for one last squeeze and then an active position. So you're going to push your knees into your hands. Hands are going to resist. You're going to feel a little strength in your arms, a little strength in your legs. You might feel an activation in your belly or your back. Push your knees into your hands. Hold it for one more moment. And then as you exhale, soften, gently draw the knees into your chest. Give yourself one last little hug. And then release your handhold, float your feet down, pause for a moment and notice. And then ask your body where would be your best Shavasana. If you're in a cold room, it might feel good to put your socks, your sweater, or your blanket on. Get yourself nice and comfortable. And then pick a position for your body that feels nice and restful, where you can soften your limbs without too much efforting. Once you feel like you've found a soft position of the body, let your awareness come down to your feet, soften your toes, soften the tops of the feet, soften your soles of your feet. Soften your calves and your shins. Let go of any efforting around your knees. Soften your thighs. Allow your hips to be heavy. So if you're holding tension in your hips or your bum, see where can you soften there. Allowing softness to find its way into your belly, releasing any tension around your belly button. Allow your ribs, your chest, and your shoulders to get nice and heavy into the ground. Arms are heavy, hands are soft. And then maybe allow your teeth to part slightly and let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Soften your cheekbones, soften your eyes, and soften the space between your eyebrows. Start to bring your awareness back into your body. Become aware of the weight of your head resting on the ground. So feel the back of your head nice and heavy into the ground. And then kind of mush your tongue around, mush your lips around, mush your chin around. Just bring a little bit of movement into your face and into your mouth. And then let that come to stillness. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Invite a deeper breath into your body and some gentle movement into your wrist and into your ankles and any other movement that helps you wake up your body. And then if it feels really good to do so, stretch your limbs long, reach through your fingers, reach through your toes, take that nice big good morning stretch. And then when you feel ready, slowly start to find your way up to a seated position. So you come up in any way that works good for you into a seated position that feels comfortable. Awesome. And then as you find your way up into that nice, comfortable seated position, let your shoulders kind of melt down away from your ears. And then just notice your head and your heart. If it feels like you're slightly leaned forward, bring your heart back. So it almost feels like you're leaning up against an imaginary wall. And then once you found that, we're going to keep that position with the shoulder in the back. And then just gently tuck your chin down towards your chest. And then we're going to make little figure eights with the nose. So just rocking the head a little bit side to side. But can you keep your jaw soft here? Can you let your tongue be loose in your mouth and your teeth slightly parted? One more little figure eight in each direction. And then let your head come to stillness, keeping your head bowed toward your heart. Stack your hands right on top of your heart. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice slow breath out. Nice full inhale, fill your lungs up. Breathe in a bunch of love and gratitude for yourself, for your mind, for your body, and the time you take to take care of yourself. Take one more nice full inhale. And as you exhale, let your shoulders soften, let your jaw relax, and think about letting go of anything you're holding on to that won't serve you through the rest of your day. And then when you feel ready, gently lift up through the top of your head, gently open your eyes. I bow to you. Happy Saturday.